storm drains, they don't get any treatment at all. Anything that ends up them goes right out into the ocean. And you guys know this because you're the last line of defense. And the less that goes in there, the less you guys are going to have to do. So I'm just trying to save you some work, right? Any questions?
Yeah. Paul, I hear what you're saying, but you know, the stormwater pollution thing, I don't think it's any big deal, you know. I don't see any impact on any of us, you know.
Well, sometimes you see it very vividly and sometimes you don't see it much at all. Have you ever gone swimming in the ocean and got sick? Yeah. How many beach closures have we had this year? And a lot of that is due to stormwater pollution. Okay? Well, one of the biggest offenders, like I said before, is dog waste. And those little doggy treasures float out into the ocean. You've been swimming out there and seen one come floating by?
Okay, I got a better idea. How about put a diaper on Rover?
Well, if it works, you know, if it works, it works. I think that's going to a little extreme, though, but just when your pet's done, pick up after him.
Oh, let's see, paper diapers or cloth diapers?
Oh.
I mean, every time I go to the beach, I have to worry about that.
Yeah.
No, just take a plastic bag. I don't want to swim in a brown ocean.
Thanks a lot, man.
Anyway,
all right.
I listen to, you know, I appreciate your training and stuff, but I think I have better things to do than sit around here and worry about this stormwater pollution stuff.
Well, when you go swimming and you come home sick, then maybe we'll talk again.
All right, okay. Hey, thanks a lot. Paul, I thought your training was very informational, and I thought it was quite inspirational too, Mitch. Yeah, the most important thing I hope you all remember is everything that goes in the storm drain runs out untreated right out into the ocean, all right? All right. You all have your work assignments for the day. As you all know, today is California Coastal Cleanup Day. Senator Casimir is coming to the beach to make a special presentation at noon, so we have to have that area looking nice for the presentation. Yeah, just one more thing, looking over the work schedules here. I wanted to make one more little change. Sylvia was assigned to help me clean out that storm drain inlet on Main Street. Mitch, I think you would be much better suited to help me. So get your gear and meet me down to the back of the truck in 5 minutes. We got a storm drain to clean. Okay, everybody, let's get to work.
I just had to open my big.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I don't know what happened to Mitch. We were cleaning out the storm drain. I turned around to turn on the Vector truck so we could pump it out, and he was gone. I don't know, he just disappeared. Look, he didn't want to do the storm drain cleaning anyway. He was groaning and complaining about it the whole time. Oh, you're going to love this. Now we're getting some calls about some kind of a monster creeping around down on the beach. Yes, I'm serious.
We interrupt this radio program to bring you breaking news. There are reports of a monster running loose on the beach. One city employee has vanished. An unnamed source speculates he was kidnapped by the monster. We'll report more on this breaking news as information comes in. Now, back to our regular programming.
Hey, Holly. Hey, Holly, you might want to think about doing this later. We've had some odd reports of a monster running around.
Monster! Monster!
Yeah, I know.
Rick,
we all hate
Rick.
graffiti, Holly. I agree. I know the monster thing sounds crazy.
Yeah, sort of like a monster.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
You know, that monster, I'll believe it when I see it, okay?
Yeah. Okay, I'm
thanks
sorry
a
to
lot,
bother you. I'll
Ray.
let you get back to your
Yeah,
hard work.
all right, all
Oh,
right.
monster. Oh.
Ray, there is a monster.
Oh,
I saw it.
Oh,
It came out of the
come
storm
on.
drain.
No.
I can prove it. Look at the slime.
Huh?
Look at that.
Where'd the slime come from?
The monster.
Oh, come on.
Now I know what happened to Mitch. The
What?
monster got Mitch.
Oh, come on. I'll tell you what. I'll take a sample of the slime and
Yeah,
we'll have
you
it
do it.
analyzed,
You do
okay?
it.
And I'll
Do it.
prove it's not a monster.
I'm telling you,
I-
a monster ran after me, came out of the storm drain. It was a monster.
This is really odd, I'll tell you, the slime.
I mean, this monster even had a name.
Oh,
Between the slime and the scale, I saw the name It.
It? A monster named It?
It.
Oh, boy. All right, I gotta get back to work.
Hello, Ray? You know that slime sample you sent over here for me to analyze? Well, I've run some tests and I've come up with some very unusual results. I think you ought to get over here as soon as possible. Okay, goodbye.
Another special news bulletin just in. The monster, now being called It, is on the loose. It's suspected of kidnapping one city employee and attacking another. The big question is, why does the monster seem to go after city employees? Meanwhile, authorities continue to deny such a monster exists. We'll have a special report at the top of the hour.
All right, Karen, what do you have?
Well, Ray, I examined that sample of slime you sent me, and I found some very interesting data. The analysis shows that the slime's made up of contaminants such as motor oil, detergents, pesticides, herbicides, paint. It's exactly the same proportion of contaminants that I would find in samples if I took them from the storm drain.
Wait a minute, hold it here. Detergent, oil, herbicides, and pesticides in the storm drain?
Exactly.
How on earth did this kind of stuff get into the storm drain?
Well, you know, Ray, everything that ends up on our sidewalks, on our curbs and gutters, and in the street ends up in the storm drain and eventually makes its way to the oceans and the beach.
Okay, like motor oil, for example. How does motor oil get into the storm?
Motor oil. For instance, you have people who change their oil at home and they allow drips or they spill a little bit and they don't clean it up. Or you have leaking vehicles that are parked on our streets that drip onto the streets and it gets taken away by the rain.
So do-it-yourselfers.
Do-it-yourselfers, exactly.
And then the other thing, detergents.
Well, the detergents that you're using to clean your vehicles when people wash their cars at home. You have people who take paintbrushes out to the curb and gutter and they wash the paint out of their paintbrushes and rollers. And so all these contaminants end up in the storm drains. And I think it's because people still don't understand that storm drains and sewers are two separate systems. And storm drains go untreated to the ocean, whereas anything in the sewer goes to the the wastewater treatment plant before it's released back to the environment.
Oh, yeah, you're right. This is amazing. All this pollution is getting into our storm drains. I heard a little bit from Paul about that this morning.
So Ray, in light of the new information that I got from that slime sample, I think that creature that kidnapped Mitch and attacked Holly, it's more than just an it. We should be calling it terror from the storm drain.
Horror.